Welcome back. Stuart Spencer is with us right now, Advanced Ear Care. And good to see you.
Good to see you.
We first have to take a look at his tie. That is the coolest
hey.
Valentine's tie. And you can only wear it like once a year, right?
That's it. That's it. So today's
really
the day.
Nice. Hey, what we're going to be talking about today is kind of new technology and things people may not know about that are available now within the world of hearing devices, right? And that's really what they are. To me, they're no longer hearing aids; they're hearing devices.
That's right.
I think that's a better
hearing systems or hearing instruments.
Yeah.
And hearing systems is probably a better, terminology for it. I mean, it's really remarkable. You know, I was at a conference. I guess it was in January of 2014, and some pretty intelligent industry leaders, not just in the hearing aid industry, but other industries as well. We're talking about, just how so many different fields now are coming together to make new products,
Yeah.
So there's artificial intelligence, there's electronics, there's healthcare, there's, whatever it may be, on and on and on. So you start to synergize a lot of these things, and a lot of wonderful things happen. And that's kind of what is happening in the hearing aid industry, the hearing instrument industry today, is those intelligence from other industries are coming into play, on processing sound and managing sound and artificial intelligence and screening background noise and, anywhere from, Navy type research for sonar type stuff, all the way up to just research audiology on the cochlea and how it works and how we can couple with our hearing instruments better, to make clarity, a bigger issue, rather than just louder. People are always looking for better clarity. And just January last, few weeks ago, I was in Minneapolis at another technology conference, and it was fit, with these hearing aids. Again, these tie into my Apple iPhone, right? So I answer my phone, but the thing I can say the most about them is they're just transparent.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, before I kind of could hear the hearing aid there, I mean, now they're just gone, sound-wise. And, I put them on, I don't even know I'm wearing them physically. The sound is better and it's enhanced. And I've been wearing hearing aids now about 4 years. So, I've got a pretty good feel for, where the technology was. And even the really top-end hearing aids of last year compared to this, these are just so much better. So
wow.
I think we're just going to constantly see that improvement, and it's really going to make a substantial difference.
And I think what's interesting, you talk about the different industries coming together, certainly when it comes to Bluetooth and those type of things, that was born out of people like Apple and Google and all that kind of stuff to improve their own listening devices that they use either with their devices or, of course, even the high-end headphones that are put out by Beats and Bose and things like that. This all kind of ties in together.
Yeah, I mean, you used to always know somebody was wearing a Bluetooth because they just had a big honking thing on their ear,
they
right?
did, yeah.
You'd say, oh, he's listening to something. Now, I mean, these are Bluetooth hearing aids, right?
Right.
So, I mean, they just stream right to my hearing aids. And, in addition to that, so, the listening and hearing thing is always that communication, right? Back and forth. So it's about streaming that information into somebody's hearing and then correcting it, then amplifying it the right way, and then so they can hear and understand the speech clearer. So now what they have are these little microphones. Like if you and I went out to a restaurant, tonight, and I was really, had more of a hearing impairment, you could wear just a little mic clip, right like you're wearing right now in your lapel. And so I would hear you right in my hearing aids over all that background noise.
That's amazing.
And that's through Bluetooth, right? And just a little clip onto a little mic, makes it Bluetooth. The regular mic people can use, like let's say just, riding in a car. A lot of times people have a hard time because you can't really look at each other while you're driving, right? And then the road noise around people, they say, man, I can't talk to anybody in the car. With this little mic they can clip on, they can hear them just directly. We call it direct audio input, right in their hearing aids, and they hear fantastic.
That's amazing.
And you could go on and on about the different situations that people could use those in a real practical sense just to help with their communication. Whether it's a wife just walking around the house trying to talk to the husband from a different room, and they always say, I can't hear him because he's talking down the hall.
Yeah, exactly.
And now they can,
And the part of the technology, that's advancing here is, of course, the processor speed, which is true in any kind of device, any kind of electronics nowadays. The processing speed every year, I was going to say doubles. It doesn't double. It's like 5 or 6, 7 times faster every single year.
That's
it's
right.
Amazing.
So, and speed's important to us.
Yeah.
With processing hearing. I mean, if you just break down how you hear naturally, it's a pretty phenomenal process.
Right.
It goes through acoustic energy, mechanical energy, hydraulic energy, electric energy, just in a split second. So when we take that and we have to reform that sound and get it to you, in the same real-time type of event, then it's important to have that speed to make that processing. These hearing systems, today are 5 times faster than last year's. So that allows these engineers to do more things with the sound. So now what they do is they compress the noise between words while people speak. I mean, think about how fast that is, or just how fast I'm talking now, and compressing the background noise if there were any around us, so that you could understand the speech more clearly. Pretty amazing stuff. So the speed matters, and it makes a big difference with the way people adapt to hearing instruments as well.
Now, what about people who maybe bought their hearing instruments a few years ago and want to upgrade? Is there an upgrade program? Do they have to purchase new? How does all that work?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Can they gazelle them? Gazelle.
Yeah, a lot of our people ask that same question, and here's what is so great about many of the technologies that we fit. Some of the technologies out there don't have these capabilities, but ours have the capability of upgrading the firmware in the hearing aids. The firmware is like the instructions to the hearing aid.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, even people that we just fit with new hearing systems just a couple months ago, have come in, this week, and we've just upgraded them to this new circuit.
That's amazing.
And they're like, oh my gosh, already,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, isn't that fantastic? So even if they are a year or two, sometimes all the way back to 3 years old, we can upgrade their firmware and their hearing aids so that they have a better performance, and there is no charge.
Yeah,
it's just all part of the, our service and keeping them, having the best hearing they possibly can all the time.
Now, what about the battery life? That's something that I don't care whether it's your phone or your hearing aids. You want decent battery life.
Yeah. That's always been a challenge for us, because everybody wants a small system, right, that nobody can see, and then they want it to last, the battery to last a month, and the combination just isn't there. So one of the alternatives was to have a rechargeable battery. Well, some of those rechargeable cells, again, because of the size, just didn't hold a charge throughout the day. Right. So then you got to go back and recharge it. Well, who can do that? In the middle of the day, right? So now Audibel's come out with a system that does have a rechargeable battery that will last the good 12 or 14 hours a day.
Oh, great.
And so that's one of their new technologies that they just rolled out, and so that's pretty exciting. It really is. A lot of our people just can't handle batteries. They have a really hard time.
I probably couldn't do that. Yeah.
And so so now they can just take the hearing aid off, it's on top of a box. You just set it on top of a box. It just clicks right there. It recharges overnight. Pick it up, put it back on your ear.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it's a nice solution for a lot of people.
And of course, what people are charging their phones every night, so it's kind of the same thing. Hey, here's something I don't think I've asked you before: water resistancy of these. Whether it's pouring rain outside, or let's say they have them on and they forget for a second and they dive into the pool. Tell us about that.
So I've done all of it,
yeah, you have.
Including diving into the ocean,
Purposely, or
no, just last summer we were on vacation in Hawaii, and I'm goofing around with my boys on the beach, and you're hot, so you dive in the water, right? And it's just like, oh my gosh, and my hearing aids. But I took them off, opened the battery door, dried them out for a few hours. They came right back up.
Okay.
So the chips today are sealed in epoxy.
Right.
So that's not a problem. It's the speaker and the microphone that pick up the sound, the transducers, that are the issue with moisture. Gosh, these manufacturers today have made them almost waterproof. We can't say that. They're water resistant. So at the gym sometimes I play racquetball. I go in, I shower, and I forget to take my hearing aids off. So I've gotten them wet that way. I've jumped in the pool at my mom's house. All those things, and my hearing aids have been working great.
Wow.
So you just have to let them dry out. You don't want to do that stuff, but inevitably if you're active, just sometimes you don't think about it.
Yeah.
So, there's moisture coating on the hearing aids now that really repairs a lot of moisture. So like you were talking about rain, perspiration, that type of thing really isn't a problem, where before it really was.
Yeah.
Hearing aids would get moist and just shut down, or be intermittent. You know, today we just don't really have those kind of issues anymore. So it's a good question.
Yeah, that's good to know. People coming over there, you're at the Willow Tree Center, and by the way, they're gonna, I saw them yesterday over there. We're gonna get a remodel over there finally for you folks. You
yeah.
deserve it.
That's right.
And they haven't started quite yet, but well, what they have done, you can see the surveyors out there,
Right,
so there might be
exactly.
some trucks there. They're starting to kind of measure things out, what they need to do. So
Yeah.
once that gets started, we'll let people know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be pretty quick, I think. They
Yeah.
look like they're moving kind of fast now.
Fantastic. But if you want to go over and see Stuart and the folks at Advanced Air Care, their number is 949-830-5330, advancedaircare.com. And I know you welcome people to come over there and just to talk to you, whether they have hearing aids, they've had them for a while, or they're looking to get them, you can help them out and just kind of consult with them, right?
Absolutely. We have a lot of people come in and just ask general questions. They're wearing hearing aids, and they want to know what the new hearing systems are like. And we just show them all the different options and things, and we can help anybody with any situation.
All right. Good to see you, Stuart.
Great to see you too.
Thank you
Ted.
very much.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.